Hi, I'm Annikki Larsson, and I'm going to be playing Linda in Evil Dead the Musical at Good Luck Macbeth Theater Company in Reno, Nevada. I've been performing for 25 years. I don't come from a theater family. It kind of just found me. When I was in kindergarten, we went on a field trip to see a children's theater production, and it changed my life. It was so magical to me, and I was so caught up in the wonder of it all that I knew then that that's what I wanted to commit my life to and what I wanted to be when I grew up. So I got into my first show that year and I never really stopped. My love for theater has evolved since then, and it's allowed deeper and deeper channels of empathy to open in my heart. And that's what allows you to connect with situations other than your own. I think the more that, at least as an artist, that you empathize with other people, the richer a person you become, and the richer your art becomes, whether it's music, theater, dance. But especially theater, it's very much linked to the passion in which we live our lives and how people affect us and change us. And sometimes it's painful, sometimes it's not, but it always keeps you growing. There is still, for me, a sense of magic when theater is at its best. When theater is at its best, for me, as an audience member or as a performer, it's almost like time stops and I'm just there in this moment, deeply invested in this story and taken in by this world. And it's incredible because it only happens once. I mean, you might have a run of 3 weeks or 6 months or 5 years, but each show is different because each crowd is different and people have different fluctuations in their day, so it's always changing and growing and hopefully evolving. So that always keeps me coming back to it. And I guess the other thing I would say about that too is that there's almost like this, when you are exchanging that kind of energy with people on an emotional level, it's almost like you feel that connection to that which intertwines all of us, the space between the space, the commonality that underlies all of our character quirks as people and all of our differences. It really connects me, at least, to larger humanity and people that maybe I wouldn't have any connection with or wouldn't think that I would. Why do I want to do Evil Dead the Musical is I grew up on horror movies when I was a kid. My mom hated it, but my dad and I would stay up late at night having marathons of horror movies, and I think that Evil Dead actually really lends itself to a musical because of that balance of camp and horror, that I think it was a pretty brilliant idea to try it. And I think that the show works really well. It's really funny. It could be offensive to some people, but it's a good time. It's messy. The songs are hilarious. It's very tongue-in-cheek. It goes fast. It's fast, fun, and furious. I think right now is a really interesting and exciting time to be in Reno, and especially to be part of the theater community. The way that talent in this town has evolved and grown in the last 15 years. I moved away for a long time and came back, and the talent pool is really impressive now. And there are a lot of good shows happening all over town. And there's such a tight-knit community between between everyone who participates in the theater scene. It totally is like a second family, and I feel so blessed to be a part of that. There are so many people that I care about and love and support, and they do that for me too, that it's really a wonderful thing. And I think that theater in Reno is growing. And there are a lot of things that are growing and changing in Reno. You know, the makeover of Midtown, and especially all of the arts that are starting to thrive. You know, not just the burner culture, which is creative on its own, but I think we have a really good opportunity here to find some other things for Reno to take pride in, other than, you know, the land of broken dreams, and or where to go when your dreams die, something like that. Whatever. Anyways, I think that Reno is finding a new identity now, a stronger identity, and I think that we can offer something really creative and unique that is going to make us memorable for more than gambling and seediness. And it's really exciting to be able to be in on the ground floor to help make that happen, because I think it's just a matter of time, you know, and we'll have, I don't know, well, I don't know, we don't want to try to be Portland, but kind of a similar thing. I think that we're starting to be known for our arts. We have more theater per capita than a lot of places. I don't know. I'm kind of out of stuff now. Sorry for rambling. Thanks. But, oh, that's what I was going to say. So, the biggest reason why I think Evil Dead is so exciting is that on top of all of this cultural growth that we're going through locally, and this buy local movement that we're having, nothing like Evil Dead has been done in town before. And that's incredibly exciting. You know, it's kind of akin to Rocky Horror in style-wise, like cult following-ish, but it's its own thing, and we can give birth to something that has never been seen in this town, and we really need the support and help from the community to make that the best possible show it can be, because this is an amazing group of people to work with. You know, everyone involved has so much heart into this, and unfortunately, as a starving artist, you know, there are realistic things that have to come into play. So please contribute anything you have to help make this amazing show come to life. You know, $5, $10, $500, whatever you got. We really need your help and support, and would love to give you the show of your life.